A mostly messy session yesterday with equity benchmarks in the red, oil up on geopolitics, and gold and silver finding a bit of a bounce. Right, looking at the details under the hood, the S&P, Nasdaq, as well as the Dow all plunging lower on the session, with Nvidia being a big drag with competition worries about AI tech. Even though equity vol rose though, the major benchmarks was dragged down mostly by their heavy tech weighting, because outside of technology as well as communications, energy did well, industrials did well, materials did really well. So a classic rotation into cyclicals and value, if you will. Now, big tech earnings will of course still be in focus, with Google coming up after market and Amazon coming up tomorrow. Moving over to FX, the dollar softened very marginally after the recent rally, but of course the standout performer was the Aussie dollar, which soared higher after the RBA hiked rates and provided hawkish guidance. Personally, I did not think the RBA had it in them to hike, and the press conference still showed a little bit of effort from Governor Bullock to rein in those hawkish bets. Markets are now currently pricing in 36 basis points of tightening by the end of the year, and as always, incoming data will shape those expectations. Now, despite the lackluster price action in equities, high beta FX ended the session pretty well, with safe haven FX the laggards. Now, turning to commodities, geopolitics once again in focus, with news that the US shot down an Iranian drone near a US carrier, also armed boats approaching a US flagged vessel in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, on the back of this, oil saw a 2% jump, and obviously the increased risk premium probably spilled over into some of the equity softness we saw as well. Now, over to the metal side, gold and silver bounce after the previous sell-off. Very classic behavior in a high vol regime. Whether this is genuine buying or just another dead cat bounce is still up for debate. Over to crypto, things got ugly again. Another sad trombone day there, with Bitcoin briefly pushing to its lowest level since November 24. The word fragility once again coming into focus. So for the day ahead, we have US ISM services and ADP employment data, Google earnings, and of course any further geopolitical developments will be in focus. Have a great one.